Come get some.
And welcome to what will be the final episode of the 8 p.m. Monday Madness. That's right. From now on, the Monday Madness will be at 4 p.m. Eastern. And the reason for that is because I'm trying to increase my audience. And some of my audience doesn't see us if I'm out here at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Everybody in the UK wants to go to sleep 9 p.m. because it's 2 in the morning there. Okay? I'm trying not to make all these people stay up all night. Not only that, but at 4 p.m. in America, at Eastern, it's 9 p.m. in the UK. Right? It's 9 a.m. in New Zealand. 9 a.m. tomorrow in New Zealand. Basically, it's a time slot where everybody gets to watch. So that's what I'm trying to do, is put my show in a place where everybody can watch it. Nobody has to stay up late. Nobody has to get up super early. And that also goes for the guests. Nobody has to stay up super late. Nobody has to get up super early. So, that being said, from now on, the Monday Madness will officially be at 4 p.m. Eastern. But that does not mean that there is not Monday Madness after hours. We can do late night shows still if we have guests that, want to come out and do late night show. I'm just trying to get out of there's like 8-10 damn streams going on this time of night on a Monday. I have 0 viewers right now because everybody's watching everything else. So, we got one. What's up, Dev? We got one. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I'm moving the time slot earlier, because there's just too many other people. I want to be able to watch Pete's show once in a while. I want to be able to watch some of these other shows, Creators Outlet. I'm always watching the repeats and missing out on the good stuff, the giveaways in the chat and all that. No, you are not, sir. It was 0 when I said that. You are definitely a number 1 and the only person watching. So how you doing, bro? You want to come in and talk? I don't know. I sent that youngster dude the link. Biz, I sent him the link, and at 8:30 I do have a guest, Max Ham Gatti. Michael Max Ham Gatti will be out here at 8:30 talking about his book. And, we are closing out Cindy Koepp's book tonight. She'll be out here at 9:30. So, hi, Katie. How you doing? Yeah, there you go. Now we got some people watching. Whew. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. I just smashed a burger 5 minutes before coming out here. So, yeah. After I'm done with this, I'm going to go eat another burger. Starving. But yeah, man, I don't know where my guest is. I really didn't have an 8 o'clock guest until just a little while ago. And Fizz, if you're out there, bro, it's time. Yeah, it's time. Come on out. Tell us about your stuff. I love when the show goes great. I love when it starts off perfect. What's up, Rashid? How you doing, man? Welcome to Monday Madness, as pathetic as it looks right now. Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping, well, now we got some people popping in to watch. I didn't have an 8 o'clock guest. I've been concentrating on scheduling CromCon all day. And then I realized I didn't have an 8 o'clock or a 9 o'clock guest for tonight's show. So I sent out a couple of, hopefully maybes. We'll get a few other people. We'll get a couple people to come out. And, there he goes. There's one of them. Ah! I sent the link. I sent the link to your Twitter, bro. The same one we were communicating in. How did that go, Katie? How did that go? Was it fun? I mean, I've had a bunch of people talking about their different experiences over the weekend. My friends that were at New Jersey, they did real good. Oh, well, Rashid, I sent the link to your Twitter account to come join us. Okay, so that's where you want to be. That's where you're going to get the link at. Yeah, right here, dude. It is in the same one we were talking in earlier, where you sent me the Patreon. It's like right there. I'm looking right at it. I just clicked myself into my own studio on it. It's in your messages. there's a little check mark next to it, like somebody looked at it. So I don't know where else to send it. That's the only place I have for you. That's the only thing I got. So if you can't get it there, I don't know. I'm not in the habit of putting it in the public chat. We get people we don't want showing up then. Cool. I'm glad. There he is. See? He figured it out. See? What's up?
I'm here now. Hi, Katie Shaw, whoever it is.
Yeah, Katie.
I'm Fitzgerald.
Katie's one of the people in the chat. She's one of our other guests that shows up at CrowdCon.
I'm Fitzgerald, but I'm here now.
Say again?
Wait, why is there lag?
I don't know.
No. Oh, wait. I see it now. Well, but anyways, okay, wait. If I fix it now. But anyways, I got a Patreon for a comic called Goofanoid. That's my main comic. I'm trying to work on right now. I'm trying to get the first issues artwork finished. I only got 3 pages done. Those are all on my Patreon.
All right. I'm making a banner for that right now.
Yeah, I can share. I gotta share some of the images. For my Patreon. Sell some of the pages. One of the pages.
All right. You want to share the screen? You can do that. I'll put it up.
Yeah, I will. Wait, I gotta put it up. Wait.
And this is the Patreon link right here to Core Comics.
Yes.
So I'm gonna leave that run while you go ahead and tell everybody about your project, about what you got going on.
I plan to use this and all the fun artwork. I plan to use this crowdfunding project on the fun artwork for my Indiegogo campaign when I launch it next month. I'm trying to get more pages done. Okay. I'm not an artist, so I got to pay artists.
Right. I totally get that, because I'm kind of like trying to put together a team myself, and I'm no artist, so I totally get that.
So I don't have enough money. Excuse me, I'll clear my throat. They have enough money for another. I don't almost have enough money for another page, but I'm trying to get more money to get more pages done so that people will actually want to back the crowdfunding project on Indiegogo. Want to launch it next month. I'm still launching anyway if I don't get enough pages done anyway. But
have you set up one of those preview pages? Yeah,
pre-launch.
Yeah.
I ain't got a pre-launch page up yet, but it's going to be up this month.
All right.
Okay. Okay. My comic's called Goofanoid, and it's about this mentally ill teenager named Hernando Main, whose parents are taken away by mysterious cults, causing him to dress up as a clown superhero to fight whatever's lurking in the in the shadows of his home city, Orlando, Florida.
We got a whole bunch of people in the group and viewers that are from Southern Florida, so keep it real.
Yeah, a lot of people saw this page already, but in order to see more pages, you have to actually go to my Patreon and pay $1.50.
Right.
You can also cameo in this book if you can also cameo in this book in if you pay $14 on the $14 tier. That's the highest tier.
And cameo, you mean like somebody out in the crowd? I mean,
Yes.
You can still tell who it is, but not like a character, just like, there I am over there. Yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah, that cameo, you actually your face will be drawn to this book as some guy in the crowd.
And if artist wants to know how many pages does he get to see for $1.50?
3, since that's the only one I have done. That's the only number of pages I have done.
And who's your artist?
My artist named Jan Kaczmarski. He's Polish. I'm trying to get the best quality for the lowest amount of pay.
I am not even going to try to hash that name. I am not going to hack dude's name, but we definitely like to give the whole team, their props. Make sure everybody gets talked about a little bit. Everybody knows who everybody on the team is. Is there a co-writer or editor or?
No, it's just 2 people, me and my artist.
Okay. How about I give you 75 cents and you let me see you? Cut it out, Neb. Actually, I think the $14 cameo is a good deal. There's people out there paying a lot of money to get put in comic books.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be cameo in my comic because nobody actually cares about the character of Gryffindor or the any of my characters for that matter.
Yeah, well, you got to find your niche, bro. You know how that works. I mean, I'm one of them people that's a firm believer in the subjectivity and not the objectivity. You know what I mean? It's like there's people that like stuff that I don't like. There's people that don't like stuff that I love. There's no accounting for any of that. There's going to be people that like it. There's going to be people that see it, maybe not even interpret the way you did when you wrote it, that like it still, because they interpret it in their own way. You know what I mean? Art's subjective, man. People, I mean, it really is. I need to see more of it and know more of what the story's about before I throw money at it. I ain't gonna lie to you about that, But like I said,
that's the problem. The first issue doesn't really have. First issue is just an origin story.
Right.
I was trying to get funny. The first issue, just the origin story for this character.
Yeah, and you're right, Neff. A lot of people don't know how to separate the art from the artist anymore. But see, I look at it like this: the art is subjective, and artists have become objective. They're all talking about, oh, he did this and he did that, and that's no good, and isn't it? And artists need to get back in their own art and quit worrying about everybody else's.
By the way, Nefarious already paid to be in this comic already months ago.
Cool. And see, and that's what I'm saying. That is a very nice $14 to get drawn into a book ain't bad at all. There's people out there charging a lot of money for that. So
charge over $100, right?
Yeah, there's people charging a lot of money for that. I kind of like it. I don't know where I'd fit into something like this, but probably before you get down to brass tacks, you'll be drawing pops in here somewhere too. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Yeah. There's a scene where the main character gets beat up by a bunch of guys. Yeah. So
you're drawing in everybody's getting drawn in punching your character? Is that what you got going on?
Yes, Fernando. Everybody gets drawn in punching Fernando.
Come on, how can you guys not be behind? That's 100%, man. Yeah, you get to even beat up the main character. What?
Yeah.
Now, is
The
he going to
forest
come
gonna
back
be
to
there.
next issue and kill everybody? Or
No, no. He no. Goofy doesn't kill.
okay. Here we go. Nepsi, you got other characters, right?
Yeah, I have other characters, plenty of other characters. With their own comics coming in the future. I have a Tiger Man coming in the future.
Nice.
Oh, well, it's gonna be fall years from now because I got a whole
Oh.
bunch of other characters that in the line first. I got a chronological order of which comic needs to be made next.
And are these all like in the same universe comics?
Yes, most of them, yeah,
Okay.
in the same universe.
So you got the main clown guy, and then you're gonna have the tiger guy. Are you gonna have the strong woman with the beard?
No, there's no. My next superhero is gonna be called Doomfist. It's a black guy with a fist as tall as rock.
Okay. Doom Fist. All right.
A whole bunch of superheroes. Tiger Man actually comes last. He's one of the last ones. That's gonna be years from now. I probably won't be crowdfunding anymore. I'll probably just be something that one in the comic shops, or if they're still around, or on a newsstand, or however it goes.
Nice. Okay, I got to ask you. Do you use Facebook?
Yes, my Facebook is called Rashid Muhammad. Just
Are
look
you
for a
in
green mask.
Are you in the madness?
Madness? No, I'm not in the Madness Facebook group.
Well, that's where everything originates from, bro.
I didn't know that.
That's where CromCon originated out of. That's where Comic Talk with Pops came from. That's where everything I do started from. Comic-related madness on Facebook. You're more than welcome to join. It makes it a lot easier to know what we're doing, so you can be part of what we're doing. You know what I mean? Because Twitter's like new to. I mean, I had a Twitter account, and then I got banned off Twitter, and it took me a month or two to get back up on Twitter, and I've only been back up there for like 6 weeks or so. It's not, I mean, my group is where I do all my stuff at. There's 2,250 people in the group. So the madness is where the action is, and we're just branching out everywhere else as we go.
Okay, got it. Okay. Are these all comic books? Are there or is there manga too? Yeah, I know I'm not doing manga art style for most of my comics. Most of them not gonna be manga style. Most of them it's gonna have various different art styles. Most of them not gonna be manga influence.
Cool.
The art style go be whatever the story is, whatever the story requires. I got a graphic novel plan that's a horror. So it's gonna have a horrific art style.
Nice. So your artist obviously does colors as well.
Yes.
All right.
He's a very great colorist too.
I wish we could look at more.
Like I say, his page rate is only $4 a page.
That's crazy.
I know. Like I said, that's why I get artists from other countries. It's very cheap.
So we got Ryan Wynn in the chat. How you doing, bro? Welcome to the madness. We're out here with Rashid Muhammad, and we're
just call me
about,
Fish Shozo. Or Fizz. Just call me Fish Shozo or Fizz, whatever you want to call it.
Fizz Jozo. Fizz, yeah. Okay, we're out here and we're talking about his Patreon page where he's trying to fund some money for some more pages to get his book published, to get things rolling.
Yes.
And we're just talking about it a little bit. Can you give us a little bit of story plot, a little bit of what Goon's what's his deal?
What's his what?
What's your main character? What's his deal?
Okay, he hallucinates things. And well, is a clown superheroes basically okay, other people say it's basically like a Joker is a good guy, but not really. Not really. It's more based off Domino's Pizza Noid mixed with the DC the Creeper. Very
Okay. And then perfect timing. They're bringing the Noid back to the commercials too.
Ooh, that's funny.
Yeah. What's up? Ryan's just taking a work break and checking out the goods here. Hey man, it's all good. It's I've been out doing working all day, Ryan. Working all day. Setting
Okay.
up Comic-Con. This is my third show of the day.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a show early today. Did an unboxing and did the sign up info rundown for CromCon, and then I had come out with Glenn and Mike Mead and Dave Houston for the 5:00 hour. And now I'm out here again, and we're going to be out here probably till 10:30 or so at least tonight.
Okay.
Because we'll be doing we'll be closing out Cindy's campaign later tonight.
Okay.
And, we got a couple more guests coming out. It's Monday Madness.
Yeah. But I said next month I probably lost the Indiegogo campaign. I said hope have more to show. That's what I'm trying to get this.
Yeah.
My artist is surprisingly fast. He actually shocked me how fast he was.
Really?
To the point that if I had all the money, I probably had the book done by now.
Well, hell, everybody go get the $14 tier on the Patreon. We'll all get drawn into the book, beating up his character, and then he'll have the money to get the book done, and we can all back it.
Exactly.
And we'll be for $14. We'll be in the book. Yeah, that sounds like a win-win.
I know. I actually have the storyboard for the page. Let me start sharing this right now. Wait, hold up. I'll get it up.
Whoa, internet slow tonight. Slow.
Slightly, kind of, sort of. No, not necessarily. It is now. That's storyboard. It's not actually gonna be finished page. What it look like.
Right. Cool. Well, I'm kind of looking forward to. I mean, I hope we can help get you some people to help get this funded, man. It's
I
kind
know.
of looking forward to it now. I like being drawn into books. Can I tell you? Especially when it's cheap.
I know. It's very cheap.
So yeah, everybody, Patreon, Core Comics with an X. You see it right down there, Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
I had a problem with Patreon this week, man.
You actually use Swap Store. I got the same tiers.
They just messed me up, man. They messed me up.
But the thing was the Swap Store. I'm not using it yet, so now all the stuff's updated. Really, a lot of stuff that's on my Patreon is now my Swap Store yet. That's the thing.
Right. I haven't even checked out Subscribe Star. I don't even know what that's about.
It's basically similar to Patreon, except they allow free speech. It's basically the free speech alternative.
Oh, I didn't know that Patreon wasn't allowing free speech. That's not why they just screwed my whole. They just deleted my shit, man.
Yeah, Patreon's like the mainstream thing. Like Patreon's kind of like YouTube, and Swapstar kind of like Odyssey, or Patreon's kind of like Twitter, and Subscribestar's kind of like Minds.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know all that. I just try to get out there, seen wherever I can be seen. But yeah, man, I set up my Patreon, had it all done. We had real issues getting it set up. That was the problem. While trying to get it set up, it looked like it wasn't going to happen. I was talking to the person. I was like, why don't you just go ahead and delete it and I'll start over? And then she's like, oh, no, work on it a little more and we'll get it fixed. And then she got it fixed. And it was like, cool, I set it up. And then somebody pulled that email that said delete it 2 weeks later and deleted my account.
Wow. But
yeah,
anyway,
I was angry, bro, because I had people pledging. And not only the people that were pledging to my Patreon, but the people who I was pledging to, it erased all that too. Everything.
Yeah. But the problem with me is that it's hard to get on big live streams with me because it's hard to get on big live streams with me because I'm nobody. So I couldn't get on any big live streams. So nobody even really know about my my $14 tier. You can be in my book thing. Being up my main character. Nobody even knew about that.
Well, that's definitely your selling point because that's a very inexpensive draw-in.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anybody who likes to be drawn in books, and I know a whole bunch of people that do. $14 ain't much, man. You know, I mean, Chris.
Like
can you have Goon kill one of the people? Oh yeah, he don't kill. Damn it! Can you have him smack one of the people real good?
Not really. He just gets beat up. Doesn't even. They don't. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, he don't really fight back.
Dang.
Because it's a crowd beating.
Well, you know, Chris likes to get killed in the books. You
know. He could get killed in one of my horror books later.
All right. But yeah, Ryan, it is a great deal. $14 to get drawn into a book. I mean, you're not gonna be like a main character, but you get a cameo, you know, and you get a cameo actually beating up the main character or taking a shot at the main character. Usually you get drawn into a book and you're getting beat up yourself or killed or run over or, you know, it's rarely that you get to go take shots at the hero. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the world's pretty much against the hero at the start.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to make sure that now, like I said, join the madness. Post in the madness. The madness is a promotion and networking group.
Okay, you gotta give me a link to the group and Twitter message.
Let's see. Let me see.
You can do that.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Crow Madness. Comic
CRO
related
Madness. Okay.
Yeah.
Facebook groups.
Facebook groups. Crow Madness. Crow Madness. Yeah,
but also, by the way, I actually thought of a Rose Gale with Gryffindor. It's very strange. I got isn't that the comic book universe with graphic novels that connect into the main comic series. That's the main point of my comic universe. But the thing is, each graphic novel is maybe is a different genre. It's never usually superheroes. It's always some other things that wound connected. So I got planned for graphic novels that are horror that connect to the superhero universe and that they introduce new villains or they have some kind of sci-fi concept that leads to some kind of more superpowers or they introduce the fantasy world or something. So my world build is very gradual.
All right, so everybody, Patreon Core Comics. Fizz, you got to join the madness. Post in there at least once. And it's okay to post in there twice a day.
Okay,
man.
I will.
It's about promoting your stuff. It's about networking with other people. That's what the group is for.
Okay.
So, you know.
I will be it. So I should be leaving now?
Yeah, I got my next guest in the backstage.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye, Mr. Zant.
Hey, you make sure you join the group. Make sure you promote, bro.
I will.
You know, that's what I do. If I see your stuff, then I share it out. But if I never see it, I can't tell anybody.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye, Mr. Right. Bye, everybody. Bye, chat.
Right, take it easy, man. And that was the first time I met Rashid. That's pretty cool. Fizz Chozo, he's all right. Sim, I got a 9 o'clock empty spot tonight. If you want to come out and that verse, just letting you know. And our next guest this evening, y'all have already met this man. You met him before, right here. Michael Max, how you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Let me get this banner thing. Where's yours at? Do I have yours in here still? Man, I get so many banners. I got to delete them and put new ones in. Let's see, where are we at? No, you might want to drop it in the private chat for me so I can reshare it. I do not see it.
How do I do that? Private chat. There you are. Okay. Yes. It's easy now. You said Earth's best
And
friend.
you're not in your car tonight, so if you want to share your screen, you can do that too.
Oh, I could do that too. Okay. Cool.
Yes, last time I introduced Max, he was sitting in his car, y'all.
Yeah. All right, good to know. I can share my screen because I actually don't have a copy of my book on hand, but that's actually a good thing because I sold them all at work.
Nice.
Yep.
Anytime you sell them all, that's a good thing.
Yes,
No doubt.
yes.
So yeah, check that one out, guys. Earth's best friend. Now let me make a banner real
I don't
quick.
know if I put that. It's Earth's. I think it's earthsbestfriends.co. I put that in wrong.
Oh, you left out the S? All right.
Yeah, I left out the S. I believe it's Earth's Best Friends. See, I have two other URLs, and usually it's Earth Best Friends, so I get confused.
Earthsbestfriends.com.
Yeah. .co.
Oh,
CO.
.co. So I messed that up anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, don't worry about it. We'll get it right. We will. I promise.
Yep.
Let's see. Edit. Get rid of the M. All right. Looking like that, right? Now get that thing. Looking like that.
Nope, that's the Earth's Best Friends. Well, just remember it's .co.
Yeah, get rid of the M, frog.
Yeah, .com. I don't know where that'll take you. Somebody else has that domain name, so.
Doesn't it suck when you go to make something, somebody else already has it? There we go.
Yep. Apparently, there's some environmental groups out there that are Earth's Best Friends, so.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Hi, Trish, how you doing? Love you. You know what's up. Trish is one of our super backers. She backs everybody, helps everybody out. So
excellent.
And there you go. There's the short to the Kickstarter.
There it is. Yes, that's much better. That way you'll actually get there.
Yeah.
Without my bad memory of remembering what the shenanigans of the details of the URL is.
Yeah, there's it's remember that, like, it wasn't that long ago, there was a weekend where YouTube just decided that they were gonna delete every single link that somebody posted.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the only person, like, I would be the only one in the comments allowed to post a link.
Weird.
And anybody in the chat that was posting links, they were just killing it. Bang, 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 delete. It was like Google took over YouTube for a weekend. It was horrible.
Oh man.
They must have got so many complaints that they just quit messing with everybody's shit.
Yeah. They don't want to lose their YouTubers, that's for sure. So $1 billion channel thing.
Yeah, it was crazy. I couldn't believe that they were just like, why would you give Google any kind of control over something you have?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gives me the willies.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and share that thing up. And I'm pretty sure that you're funded, aren't you?
All right. So how do I share my screen? Share screen. Okay. Okay.
Now,
that way I can bring up.
Did you make a video?
What's that?
Did you make a video for it?
Oh, I didn't. I haven't had a chance to do that. I'm sorry.
No, I was just asking. I'm not saying anything. I was just asking because if you were, there's a little square box down at the bottom left-hand corner of the share screen thing when you open it up, and the little that little square box is the audio share.
Oh yeah.
And if you play in your video, it makes the audio go smooth. That's all. I wasn't
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
got
I
it
could at
funded.
least
Sweet.
share some art and stuff from the. I could even show off some characters that haven't been revealed and probably won't be revealed for a while. Let's go entire screen, I guess. Oh, it's not saying. It's not letting me do that. Share. Oh, if I do that, it'll look weird.
What's up, Will?
Well, I guess I'll fiddle with that. Okay. Let's open up some characters here. Kill some too. But, well, I don't know. I don't think I can get it to work.
Oh, what do you mean you can't get it to work?
Oh, is it working? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. All right. I thought this choose what you want to share thing would go away when it's working. Gotcha.
No, you choose which one you want. It'll pull it. It'll like show it to me which one you're choosing.
Oh, I see. All
You
right.
see, it'll show me the one that you choose
All right.
when you hit share.
You know what? I'll just show you this. This it's a sticker or a trading card I'm working on. Yeah. Kind of like rough draft, but you know. Yeah, I think. Oh, do I have to keep it on that? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay.
And I'm not getting anything.
Oh, you're not. Okay, that's weird. Huh. If anyone wants to share, choose what to share. There we go. How about now?
Yeah, there it is. All right.
Okay. There we go. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. This is the whole thing. This is how you learn. And then when
Yep.
you're on other people's show, you got it right. You know, it's like you just pop it up there. I don't mind being the place where you learn. Hell, that's how I learned. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've never done that before. So all right. So yeah, this is my probably a sticker I'm gonna make. I'm just kind of playing. I'm no graphic designer, so I'm very bare bones designs with things when I have to do it myself.
I know what you mean. Trust me.
You know, it's too expensive to keep on paying people to do things like this for me. So it's like, all right, gotta start making my own things, at least as far as like stickers and other things. It's like, yeah, I'll have them make the pages, but do my own covers, do my own other, marketing materials.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just started trying to make my own spots, my own cards and stuff.
Yeah,
And it's like, I'll make it, and 10 minutes later, something on it will change. I'll have to go change it. I'll have to edit it. It's like I drive myself nuts because I'm not done figuring it out before I start making it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? like this one, for instance. There's a Patreon address on there, right? Well, I just told you my Patreon issue. I don't have a damn Patreon anymore.
Right.
I made that one. 10 minutes later, I realized I didn't have a Patreon page.
Whoops. That's just how it goes sometimes,
That's been my whole career with this stuff. And yes, Trish does make her own buttons. There's one on my hat.
Oh, that's cool.
I do love that. I do love it too. If you want to pull the straight campaign up so we can like page through it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. All right.
And show everybody what's going on with your book. I don't have a 9 o'clock unless Sim wants to come out, so it's not like we have a rush. You're not like pressed for time. So yeah, funded. Woo!
Yes, I with a gracious pledge from my brother-in-law. He the story goes he actually got kind of annoyed of me tagging everyone, so he was like, "Here, now leave everyone alone."
Well, that's not how it. Did you tell him it's a month-long thing?
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to bug you guys for a month, and then I'll leave you alone for a while I'm printing and fulfilling and doing all that stuff. But promotion is promotion. Do you call the Nike and tell them not to do no more shoe commercials?
The name
Come
of the
on,
game,
man.
you know.
You're watching the game. You're watching the game and you're getting Nike in your face all day long. Do you call them and tell them to quit doing commercials? No. Marketing is marketing.
Exactly. But I'm glad he. Either way, I'm happy to have the funding. You know, I'm happy that this. It's like so. It was a really not stress is the wrong word, but for lack of a better term, it was a stressful time because I was just like so excited, and like between that and everybody wanting a copy of my book at work, it was just like
Yeah, that's cool that you get to go unload a bunch of them right away.
Yeah.
At work. That's kind of sweet. My next question is,
Yeah.
now you're funded, okay? So you already mentioned the stress, and my thing has always been, once you're funded, the fun begins.
Yes.
Okay, now you get to go out and promote, not worrying about getting to the funding. Now you get to go out and promote going, I know it's going to be printed. Everything's cool. Now we get to add stuff to it to make it more enticing, to get more people to come want to back it, to get more people behind it. You know, the fun has begun. What's your first plan, Mike?
Well, like I said, I'm working on maybe some stickers, maybe some trading cards. I'm trying to figure out, you know, good pricing for these kinds of things because they're a little expensive to do. I'm just trying to find the best printer.
What's up, Dean? Got Dean in the chat. What's up, Dean? How you doing? Trish is learning how to do stickers. She just said she just learned how to do them pins, you know. And, she sent me a bunch of them, man, and they're nice. They're nice pins, you know. Crom, watch you. And it's like there's a lot of places that do it. If you price around, you find the place that's going to give you the best deal. Don't buy like hundreds of them.
Well, yeah, that's
it's like buy what you're going to need. You can always order more.
Yeah.
And you never know. You might have a different design by then.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like you don't order thousands of something just because the price is right, because your book is going to evolve, your characters are going to evolve, their looks are going to evolve, and you're going to want new stickers for the next one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, you keep it within your limits, what you actually plan on giving away with the packages. You got 38 days, so we still got time to promote.
I'm working on it. Yep. Yeah. And I've already got bookmarks, so I mean, I'm definitely going to throw some bookmarks, and I've got business cards. I'm definitely going to throw those in there as well, you know. But I mean, that's kind of standard stuff anyway. I might. I don't know. Yeah, it depends on what I can kind of conjure up. It's like my funding for the comic actually just ended, so now I am relying on my paychecks again. So I'm glad this got funded, so this is going to help me as well. So between this and my pay going up at work, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm going to keep this going, hopefully for years to come. And for extra stuff, I'm definitely thinking trading cards would be cool. I've gotten a few trading cards from other Kickstarters I've backed, and I think they all look pretty cool.
If you do trading cards, then you'll want to do power sets on the back.
Power sets?
You know,
like information like on the back, right? Yeah. Kind of like the old X-Men trading cards and stuff.
Exactly, because so many people are making the RPG games now, or the card games, that if you have the stats on your card, you can almost play your characters in other people's games.
Oh, that's true.
And people are really making it kind of that way where everybody can interact a little bit more by doing that. I like it. I think it's a great idea for everybody to have their character stats on a card, so that you can get pulled into somebody else's universe for a day of RPG. You know, I mean,
that'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
it's the kind of stuff I like to do. Think of new stuff. That's my thing. So let's go ahead and scroll through this. Tell everybody about the book itself.
Excellent. Yeah, so book 2, I've since we last talked, I'm trying to clean up the language, but as soon as people started backing it, I can't clear up the language on the reward tiers themselves. But I did clear it up at least here. So it's book 2, chapters 3, 4, and 5. And then dice issue 3, issue 4, and issue 5. I have to get rid of that still, but so book 1 is already out. It's chapter 1 and 2. I guess I don't have I wish I had a thing on hand. I can actually let me draw up the covers for those 2 first.
Yeah, it just sucks that you sold them all, man.
It's a good thing, but it's a good thing. But now I have to be like, okay, well, give me a moment here.
It sucks that you sold them all and you can't show me one, man.
There we go. So this is the front cover of book 1. So I made it like a double cover, so it looks like either way it looks like you have just like one cover comic book. And then on the back, it's this here. So Tornado Trouble, that's chapter 2, we call it. And then this is chapter 1, which I call Halloween Ruckus. And I spell it Ruckas, and people might think that's a typo, but it's to emphasize the Boston accent. So it's on purpose, even though it's technically spelled wrong.
That sounds about right.
Yep. But so this, so episode 1 or chapter 1, I'm gonna throw the language around as I talk because I'm so used to saying episode or issue. Chapters is fairly new for me. Has the Halloween party that this man here, Lexter, he has some great superpowers, and he comes after the hyper feline ninja heroes, this is Fury, the leader of that group, and I've got all 4 of them pictured here. So we have Fury, BB, Sky, and Rosie. So he crashes their Halloween party, and they have to fight him. But what the problem is, he has this little gem around his neck called the Eye of Ra, which offers, among other things like super strength and stuff, it could also offer transmutation, which basically he could turn anything into anything else. So he transforms everyone in the classroom into monsters, besides the 4 kids who transform themselves into the hyper feline ninja heroes. And so now they're like, we have to fight our classmates. Make sure we don't hurt them. And so there's some pretty intense moments in there, but like a good Saturday morning cartoon, it will always end well it'll always be good in the end. Bad guy defeated, and the main bad guy Anubis going, "Curse you, cats!"
All right.
So then we have chapter 2 here, Tornado Trouble. So Tornado Trouble chronologically, now I call this an anthology because it doesn't always focus on one group of superheroes. It's going to jump around with different superheroes, but chronologically, this is actually like the beginning of the story, where Halloween Ruckus is kind of in the middle of the story, because I like Tarantino and I like the way he tells stories. But I have a page, I'm actually going to bring that up, that explains that at the end of book 1, or actually at the end of chapter 1, you'll see this page here. Let's see if I bring that up here. Official pages, and I believe it's either in this, yeah, right here. So this guy here, Super Steak, he is the guy who explains it, and I'll explain Super Steak a little bit as well. So basically, he's just explaining what I basically just said, that, hey, so yeah, the next chapter in the book actually takes place before this Halloween party, and then he kind of talks about other things that might get mentioned that you might be confused about. So just to kind of clear things up here, this is Vice President Jack Blade. He owns this company called Miracor, and it's the world's government now. And he kind of talks about other things here. And this is Super Steak, by the way. He is one of my other characters. If I were to compare him to like well-known superheroes, he is like a mixture of Superman and Deadpool. Deadpool in the sense that he breaks the fourth wall, much like he's doing right now. He's just literally talking to the reader. And he's like Superman because he could fly. He's pretty much indestructible. He has two moves that he has coined. One called Super Eyes of Doom, which in irony sense, it really doesn't sound like a superhero kind of move. It sounds more like a villain's attack, which is why it's kind of funny. But Super Eyes of Doom is he takes out his eyeballs. They kind of act like a sticky bomb and explode. And he also has the dynamic whirlwind, which creates a tornado. But yeah, anyway, he doesn't. So he says at the very end of this strip here, he says, "And there you have it, kids. That's a little catch up before the next episode begins. I'll see you around episode 9 or so when my breakout debut happens." So it's kind of like, yep, I'm not gonna appear again for a while, but nice to meet you, kind of thing. I just figured I needed some kind of explanation to go from middle of the story to beginning of the story. So I figured, you know what? Let's do it with a fourth wall break.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff because, anything that brings the audience into the story, that's why I like the draw-in tears and all that stuff. Anything that brings your fan base into your story, is always good.
Exactly, And yeah, I do have that tier, creator tiers, the very end here. Yeah, the guy you had before was like $14 to get drawn in. I was like, yeah, that's not what I'm charging. Mine's on the $100 tier.
Well, yeah, and that's the whole thing. Is like he's using that to help fund getting his pages drawn.
And it's Patreon, so it's monthly. So it really, if you end up going for a year, it becomes more expensive than $100.
But he didn't imply that you had to be a patron forever.
Oh, I see.
He wants to get the book out next month. He wants to launch next month. So we're talking about 1, maybe 2 months, and that's only if you stay on. I'm pretty sure the $14 gets your face in the book. That was the way I got it. But at the same time, like I said, he has a inexpensive artist. He's doing that to get pages drawn. Yeah. And, if he gets 10 people to get drawn into the book, that's $140 he sends to his artist to get some pages done. Something to buff up his preview page.
Yeah.
See, that's because right now he's only got the 3 pages. And he's trying to get more pages done so that when he puts his preview page up, he has more to show off. So the $14 is just trying to get him more art right now to help sell the book.
Oh yeah, that makes
totally
sense.
Get it. If you're broke, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to do what you got to do to try to get that funding out there to get things going. It's exactly what I'm trying to figure out now. The funding came out of nowhere, so I'm just like, okay, what should I do now? now I gotta start thinking about things. And it's like I'm in the next step, and now I'm like, I've never gotten this far before. I've had 2 Kickstarters in the past, both failed, so I've never gotten this far before.
Yeah, it's a great thing when you're you're funded. You got 38 days of promotion left, though.
Yep.
Okay. So don't get all too tied up into anything other than still selling the book. Now,
yes.
You want to figure out your next stretch goals, your stuff, your reward tiers. Yeah, you want to figure that stuff out and add it to your campaign.
Oh yeah.
But stay focused on promoting, getting as many eyes on it as you can, because that's the only way those numbers go up, man.
That's true. It's true.
You can do all the behind the scenes work you want, and that doesn't ever increase your numbers. It's the out here, the promoting, the talking to people, the showing it off, the dropping the link in different groups, especially groups that are kid friendly or pet friendly, furry friendly. There's all kinds of that stuff. You hit the right groups and the numbers go up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So,
Didn't think about furry friendly. I don't know.
oh yeah, there's groups for people
True.
that like furry books.
It's true.
I mean, I think Daphne could probably help you out with that. Daphne Lage probably knows good places to promote.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, two of my superhero factions I guess, could be considered like in that category. Furries, anthropomorphic humans. Yeah.
I mean, all of them aren't. Okay, all your characters aren't furries. Obviously, you have humans in there too. But the heroes got fur.
Yeah, exactly.
Take advantage of it.
not only the hyper feline ninja heroes, but also the other group that I introduce in this book that I'm getting funded, which is the Animal Teens. So yeah, these guys here, they're full-fledged, more Looney Tunes looking characters, or full-fledged animals. Like the hyper feline ninja heroes are full-fledged animals too, but they were like wearing armor. They're like kind of beefed up like Power Rangers or something. Where these guys are just full-fledged animals, just letting it all out in the in the natural way of things. Sometimes they wear shirts but never pants. so yeah, book 2 starts with chapter 3 here. Meet the Animal Teens, or as I call it, Animal Age is the official chapter name. This is just the caption I put on the cover, which I made these covers as they are very minimalist, but they get the job done, and but yeah. So this is Harlan Lepus. I'm going to have to actually refer to my phone to get the other guys' names, because I use Latin when I can't come up with names. And so I basically chose the words for their animals in Latin. So literally his name is Harlan Rabbit, Scott Otter, and Sheila Mole. It's basically what their names are, except in Latin. So it's not as on the nose.
All right, cool. I did want to throw a little shout out to anybody. Like you say, we have a half hour dead in here right now in between Max and Cindy. If anybody out there that has a Kickstarter or a crowdfunder, Indiegogo, whatever, and you're watching and you want to come out and talk about it for a little while, come on out. If nobody comes out, Cindy, you're more than welcome to come out a little bit early if you want, and I'll just sit here and talk to Max for a little bit longer.
Yep, I'm good till about 9:15 if nobody wants to come on at 9.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anybody scheduled, so
All right.
Just throwing it out there. If somebody wants to come out and plug your book.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Certainly helps getting your eyes on the book from these shows. Definitely is great to do. And thank you for having me, by the way. I don't think I said that in the beginning of the show.
Well, you're one of those people that, I think your book deserves more backing. So, I mean, I jumped in right away when you first showed it to me. I was like, yeah, we got to get this out here and get it seen. Mike come out and gave you some pointers and helped you out a little bit. And it's like, that's what we do. It's exactly what we do. We want you to succeed. I don't know how that gets mixed up in some people's mind out there, but I want everybody to succeed. I want that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we're all here for. If we're in the indie community, that's what we want. We're not trying to compete with each other. We're trying to help each other,
And well, that's what it is. There's so many people out there that actually do feel like it's a competition, or if they can drag somebody else down and makes them look better, or whatever. I'm going to compare my book to that guy's book.
Right.
I'm going to talk my book up while comparing mine to his, which I wasn't saying anything bad about his book, but it still made me look better than he. No, see that? I don't like that kind of stuff. It's like, that's why I bring everybody to one place. Everybody come on out here, promote, network, get to know each other. Maybe even work together at some point. That's,
Yeah.
that's what I want. I want everybody to succeed. Shit.
Exactly.
So, Dr. Quacko.
Dr. Quacko, I'm very excited about this book. So, when I started this project, it was a few years ago, and I had to stop, and then I've kind of reinvented it. But I was originally working with this good friend of mine, an artist friend of mine, Olivia. We were working 50-50 on it. And she actually came up with the design for Dr. Quacko, and she graciously gave me permission to use the design that she originally came up with. And I'm even commissioning her to do a few pages for this book. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what she comes up with for the pages that I'm going to have her do. S. Lee Elementary School. So I am very inspired by Marvel and Stan Lee. And so the schools are literally named after those guys. S. Lee Elementary, S. Ditko High, and J. Kirby Middle School.
Nice. I like it.
I originally was using their full names, but someone suggested to me that I could probably get sued if I do that. So I was like, all right, I'll initial the first name.
Or you could have went Stun Lee.
Yeah. You could just kind of do like a knockoff name. Chuck Kirby, Yeah.
It's all about creative fun. It's all about creative fun. If you get people to smile, you get people to laugh, then you're doing your job, right?
Yes, exactly. So yeah, and then there's this little four-page in-betweener chapter. It's like not long enough to be like a full-fledged chapter, but it still kind of gives you a little story based on the vice president that Supersteak told us about in the end of book, or in the middle of book one. So it's called Family Problems, and everybody who pledges, even from the lowest tier, will get this in a PDF form. 4 pages called Family Problems. So basically, this first page doesn't give you too much information, but I hope it's enticing to be like, man, I want to pledge and find out the rest of this story here. What's going on here? There's an alarm going off. There's a robot. There's the president. So this is his robot companion Garfield. So Jack Blade is basically a super genius. As most vice presidents are. Well, vice presidents of security and robotics companies, right? He is only 17 years old, and he basically is created a fully functioning AI robot here. That's Garfield. I named him Garfield because when I was a kid, a lot of these stories are based off things I did when I was a kid. I had this. I don't know if you remember Micro Machines. They had these robots called Z-Bots. I named him Garfield because I pretended that Jack Blade turned his friend. I had this little Garfield, or actually it was a Heathcliff action figure, but I called him Garfield. Probably didn't know it was Heathcliff. I pretended that he transformed him into a robot, so that was kind of how I named him Garfield. A lot of these things are based off my childhood stories that I made with my action figures, or stories I wrote in my notebooks, depending on what age I was. But yeah, so
I get it. I always be finding stuff from the past.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was something it's like, well, if that was like an idea I came up with as a kid, maybe I could work it into a kid-friendly kind of comic book, and that's kind of where I got the idea, and it's kind of like, all right, I think I can work with this. And then I got an amazing character designer. So the guy who designed these characters, besides Dr. Quacko there, his name is Dave Lentz, and he's an amazing artist. I love all his character designs that he's done for me. And he's basically designed all the characters, like I said, except Dr. Quacko here. So he did Jack, Garfield, but the cover art is where it's his actual art, because it's the other artist that's doing the comic book pages themselves. But so then we have.
You said there that she's in Tucson.
Oh yeah, Yeah, so he says she's in Tucson.
I'm gonna have
So
to
he's
ask.
referring. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
gonna have to ask you now. Arizona connection?
Yeah. So it's actually gonna on the next page. It'll actually show. You know what? Let me show the next page. I can show that off. It's my comic. Let's see. I think I have a. So in this universe, or in this, it's actually so it's kind of like this future, but it's this alternate timeline kind of Earth. So like, I'm not trying to predict the future or anything. It's not like Back to the Future.
Oh,
Yeah, Arizona.
Oh, oh, ouch! Oh, ouch!
So what happened in this universe is Miracore, this government, or this private robotics security private army kind of company, basically tricked the world's governments into giving them enough power to take over the world. And so when that happened, a lot of United States kind of jumped into these regions rather than individual states. So that's why we have Arizona here, which is basically Arizona, Washington, and California put together.
Did you guys just like kick Oregon off into the ocean there? Or?
Yeah, I guess I should have put Oregon in there too. But, we could just assume it pretty much means the West Coast.
Yeah, well, you could have put Oregon in there and left Arizona out of it entirely.
I'm gonna have to edit that then. Yeah, it's like Oregon is its own thing. Maybe I'll come up with something for Oregon. And does Oregon touch New Mexico? Maybe I could put them together or something.
It could have been Washingornia, and you could have just left Arizona out of it entirely.
Yeah, I guess when you're gonna combine regions, you should know more about geography than I do.
Well, I wasn't trying to poke holes. I'm just an Arizona boy. That's all. I was looking for the connection.
It's all good. I hate the way Tucson is spelled because it makes me think that's wrong when I look at it, but apparently that's how you spell it. I was spelling it Tuscon because that makes more sense to me. But so I originally had it spelled that way, and my buddy was like, "Why'd you spell Tucson wrong?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah," and I looked at the way he spelled it, and I'm like, "Ah, crap." It was like, "Hey, Gene, that's my artist. Can you fix the spelling? I hate the way this word is spelled. I always get it wrong." He's like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yep, that's it. Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, it should be pronounced Tucson or should be spelled Tuscon. Either or. Get with the program, Tucson.
Yeah. Well, they came up with that back during the Wild West.
Yeah.
Schooling wasn't a big thing back then,
It's got a Spanish influence on the spelling, I think. Spanish phonics, maybe.
Yeah. Great stuff. I love it. See, now I would have never known about that whole aspect if I had to, jumped in there. What's up with Tucson?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. So he's going after his sister. His sister is basically a renegade. She's trying to take down the government, essentially. So, he calls her a terrorist, but she's really a good guy. But, good guys get labeled as terrorists sometimes.
Yeah.
Do I have a picture of her? I wonder if I do on this computer. Sometimes I have things on my phone that I haven't sent to my computer. Nope, I haven't sent it. Haven't sent it to myself. So that's fun. But yeah, anyway, her story doesn't come for a while. I mean, there's like bits and pieces. As I'm like prepping the reader for this story to start unfolding. But Book 1 and 2 and even 3 will focus mostly on the Hyperfeeling Ninja Heroes and the animal teams and Super Steak a little bit. Her story comes kind of a bit later. We'll meet her. We'll meet her pretty soon, but not quite yet. But I try not to explain too much because in my mind, it all makes sense, but it's probably very convoluted for someone to listen to me talk about it. So I try not to get too round-winded about it, or going into details about things that aren't happening with what I'm trying to fund here. So chapter 5, moving on from there, we have Animal Torment, which again is another animal teens book. This will have Jamie find out that she's actually got an inner pigeon in her.
I'm not even going to go there. You're going to have to just explain that, okay?
So the animal teens, they don't know they can transform until one day it just kind of happens.
Okay.
That
makes more sense.
Yeah, so think a little bit like X-Men. It's just like all of a sudden you have this superpower, whereas the hyper-feeling ninja heroes have just kind of always done it. It's just like, yeah, we're the hyper-feeling ninja heroes. It's just something we've always done. But these kids, like, they grew up normal kids, and then they're teenagers. In the first chapter of book 1, you have Harlan. He's just playing football, and then all of a sudden his legs start turning into rabbit legs, and all of a sudden he's running 10 times faster, and he gets the touchdown, and everybody's like, "Wow!" And then he starts to start turning into a rabbit more, and he passes out, and then he kind of goes on autopilot and saves people, and he doesn't even know what's going on, and then so he just kind of was like, apparently I'm a rabbit. These two guys here, at least as far as when they're introduced, they already know about their animal powers, but the same kind of things happened to them when they did reach their powers. And then Jamie here, again, she didn't know she was a pigeon, and then just one day in school she's being picked on by the popular girls, as popular girls do to the more preppy, geekier girls, right? And she just jumps up in the air and blurts out at her, and her arms kind of flutter and keep her in the air like she's flying, and then she rushes to the bathroom, and she has herself a blackout as well and ends up in Central Park Zoo when she wakes up.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like Central Park. So,
Yeah. In this strange dystopian world, a version of Central Park Zoo. But so this is the first page of chapter 3. Like I said, he was playing football, and then page 2, you'll see his legs transforming into the rabbit legs, and then then it goes from there. But you have to pledge to see more pages. I have for all my pledges already. I've already posted every page that I have of chapter 3, which is about 7. I want to say it's 6 or 7. So if you want to pledge, you'll automatically get access to those updates, because those are for pledgers only, backers only.
Cool.
Yep. And
yeah, I'm one of the people that will not look at an update.
Yeah. Yep. And that's
I back a book and then I ignore it until it gets here, man, because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me because I promote. So once I back a book, it's like I'll be out here and I'll be talking about it. And I'll be trying not to look.
Right, exactly. Or you have to tune us out when we talk about it so that you don't know about the spoilers, right?
Well, I can't tune it out because then I'll ask the same question over again or something.
Right.
It's like, you got to pay attention, but at the same time, I'm one of those guys that I hate spoilers.
Oh yeah.
I hate trailers. Okay, like movie trailers, I avoid them like the plague. I will not watch them.
Oh yeah, because they like to just show off everything in the trailers these days. There's nothing that there's no plot twists anymore because of the trailers.
Yeah, either they're going to show you the best scene in the movie and ruin that,
right?
Or they're going to show you stuff so out of context that everybody's arguing about what shit meant.
Or they even show you scenes that aren't even in the movie.
That too, yeah. Oh, those hit the floor of the edit room.
Yep. It was made specifically just for the trailer.
Yeah. Way too much of that. Way too much of that.
Absolutely. Although I do get excited about when I do see trailers, at least for movies that I'm really waiting for, like Spider-Man 3. I can't wait till that trailer drops. Even if it spoils it all for me, I can't wait.
And see, it's just like I said, I just don't look at them. I mean, I'm sure there's good stuff in them.
Oh yeah.
I just don't want to know, and I'm the same way. I'll go to the theater with my son, right, and the kids, and they'll all sit down and watch all them trailers, and I'll be out there in the hall messing around, waiting until the movie starts, and then I come in the theater and watch a movie. Come on, man. I hate trailers. I hate spoilers. I want to be surprised. I want to be going ooh and ah, not oh. I already saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
my wife's the opposite. She makes me spoil things for her, so she's not surprised when she goes into it. She's like, tell me, because a lot of times I'll see the Marvel movie before I take her, just because I try to want to see it opening night, but we both can't go opening night because we need to find a sitter. So we usually go the next day. So I'd have already seen it once, and she'll be like, tell me how it ends, so I'm not surprised, so I know what know what to expect.
And I don't know. I love those movies. Okay.
Yeah.
Now they ain't all been great, but I just love the fact that we're in that era where all of our heroes are on the screen.
It's the best time to be alive for superhero movies, man. Seriously.
I mean, like I said, they haven't all been great, but they've all been something we waited for all our life. Every time a new one comes out, there's a group of people that went, I've been waiting for this all my life.
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's Elektra, Wolverine, it doesn't matter what movie it is. Some of them have been better than others, but the fact of the matter is that there's a group of people that was looking forward to every single one of those movies. Every single one of them. Now, Endgame, Infinity War, if you actually read the books back in the day, you might have been slightly disappointed with the lack of Adam Warlock and certain things that were very pertinent to the story. But other than that, it was a pretty entertaining movie. I watched it yesterday because it was on, right?
And you also got to remember the MCU is its own, think of it like its own brand of comic. You know how there's Ultimate Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man, and neither one of them do the same thing? Think of it like that. It's like the MCU is its own version of, the
I look at it like it's another multiverse or another alternate universe of the Marvel universe. The MCU is a little different. It's a little different. Now, the Venom movie, okay? I went to that movie knowing it didn't have nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Went in there knowing I wasn't going to be disappointed because I knew it wasn't going to have nothing to do with Spider-Man. And I was entertained. Time to eat, Eddie. Okay? I liked Venom. He was freaking awesome. He did not need the spider on his chest. I'm sorry.
Right.
It just, it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me. It was a great movie. I'm looking forward to seeing Woody do Carnage. Come on.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson is Carnage. That's just great. I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, I probably won't see him in theaters. The one movie I'll probably end up seeing in theaters because I'm still a little COVID scared here. Try to keep my distance and stuff. But the one movie I think I will see in theaters this year will be Spider-Man 3 for sure. I think that's what I'm gonna be doing.
All right. Well, I do have our next guest here ready.
All right. Yep. I got to get going to work. So thank you again for having me. And get out there. You really appreciate your pledges. And we'll get this book out as soon as we can.
.co, y'all. Earthsbestfriends.co. And check it out on Kickstarter. Earth's Best Friends. Back it. Let's get this one out there. I mean, it needs more eyes on it. Y'all share it. Let it be seen. When you see it in the madness, hit that share button. Do Max a solid. Hit that share button, y'all.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. You have a great night, sir. Thanks for coming out.
You too. Thanks for having me. And yes, until next time.
You bet. Peace.
Bye now.
And our next guest is here, and we are here to close out Animal Eyes.
Woo!
Yes. Hi, Cindy. How you doing?
Fantastic. Great fun for all.
Look at that. We're ready for you.
All right. Wow, you got the long URL in there.
Yeah, it's the long one, but what
Hey, it
can I
works.
tell you? It does work. How you doing?
I'm all right. I think I've probably checked the Kickstarter page more times in the last 48 hours than I have in the whole rest of the campaign, but
That is kind of how it goes, though. I know a lot of campaigns get a big bump at the end when the people that were holding out, we're sure they're going to have money, especially Kickstarter, because you don't know when they're going to hit your wallet. So, it's best to, like, for me, it's best to wait till close to the end, because then I know what my financial situation is. Indiegogo, when you back it, they take your money right now. You know what your financial situation is.
right, yeah.
If you back on the first day of a Kickstarter, 5 weeks from now they're hitting your card. You better remember that you backed that book 5 weeks ago, because they just hit your card.
Yeah, especially if you back at a significant level.
Yeah, and so we got Frog in the chat, putting the short version up there so people can get right on the link in the chat. Thank you, Frog, helping us out. Appreciate you. Do you want to share the screen, or do you want me to share the screen?
If I can do it, I've got the page up.
Do it.
All right. Let's see. Share screen. Ready, steady, go. Easiest with 2 monitors. I don't have 2 monitors. Yeah, that's okay. We'll go. Go. No, seriously, go.
Yeah, I know.
Please.
The internet is slow tonight. It's not just you. It's been all day for me. It's been slow. Every time I edit the event page, it like sits there and spins and spins and spins, doesn't do nothing. And then I'll hit refresh and just refresh the whole page, and it's there. Like, but if you go look, it's still spinning and spinning and spinning. It's weird, man. Facebook has been super slow.
Okay, let's try it that way. Okay, so it won't let me share my screen, but it'll let me share
There it is.
the Animal Eye page, which I guess gets the job done. But there it is. And that is
$267 from
Yep.
the stretch goal. 3
Yeah.
hours, $267.
Doable. You're a little squeaky. Yeah, if we
It is doable.
if we can hit that 4,000, we're going to use the extra funding to hire a letterer for the foreign languages. Travis Perry from Bear Publications is the publisher, and he's a professional translator. So he translated it and then got native language speakers to check his translation. So we've got it in Spanish, Portuguese, and French. And so the translations are already done. We just need to hire a letterer to make it happen. And then we'll have it in all 4 languages.
So I'm just now realizing that it doesn't even look like this is going in the madness right now.
Oh no!
It doesn't look like it. It says it's live, but let me see what's up here. Okay, it's there. That's weird. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna. Yeah, that's really weird. There's no share button. There's no nothing.
How odd.
Man, Facebook is really messing us up anymore. They're not.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I want to do a stream, it says you're not connected in the group. I go reconnect it. It says you're not connected. I go reconnect it over and over again. Turn it off. Turn it on. Right now, it says that it's live in the group, but I cannot find it live in the group anywhere.
Wow. I know I got a notification when you went live.
Yeah, but I don't find the actual stream. That's what I'm
How
saying.
odd.
And it's like it's Facebook. I'm pretty soon I'm just gonna be YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will's is live in the madness, but mine ain't. That's crazy.
Well, nuts.
That is crazy. The creator's outlet is live, but I'm not.
Great.
So I have to go to the YouTube channel. See, I know how to do all this stuff. Though. Go to the YouTube channel. Share it back to the madness. Go to the YouTube channel. Oh, shh. Pops, be quiet. Pops, be quiet. I'm busy right now. Okay, just share this to the group from the YouTube channel. And then see if we're live in the madness. I don't know. All right. So, we are, like we said, just under $300 away from an awesome stretch goal, you guys, translating to other languages. And one of the people that I know will totally appreciate that would be Danny Morales.
Mhm.
His grandfather is Spanish, Mexican, Puerto Rican, something. I'm not sure. Sorry, Danny, but I know his grandfather loves to read the comics, but he can't read English.
Oh, yeah.
So Danny gets really excited whenever he comes across somebody who's doing comics in a language that his grandfather understands, reads Spanish. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's something that he would totally be behind, and I wish I could get his attention right now. But Facebook is really being horrible to me. I don't know what's going on. I had to go all the way out of Facebook and come back in.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I just went all the way out and came back in just so that I can try to tag Danny in this post. Okay.
As the Windows 95 fix it. If it's not working, take it out, put it back.
Okay. We tagged him.
All right.
But like I said, that's one of the things that, and I don't know if you know who Danny is, but Danny's the guy that has that the collective, the Indie Initiative wall at the retail store, the Collective down in Florida.
Oh
They have a
wow.
whole wall that's just indie comic books.
Nice.
They work deals with creators. They get a stack, they put them on the shelf, they sell, they get more, they sell, they get more. And they really push the indie market.
That's cool.
So he's one of the admins in the madness. You might, if you get a chance to talk to him, even afterwards,
Mhm.
After the crowdfunding thing's all over with, and you still got a stack of books left, get a hold of Danny. Amongst other people, obviously, but that's one person, one retailer I can guarantee you loves to get indie comics on the shelves at the store he works at.
But we do have 2 retailer levels. One for mini retailers, you get 10 copies of the book, a shelf talker, and a digital poster. And then a larger retailer level with 25 copies of the book.
Hi, Doris. Yeah, I don't know anything about business integration settings. It's not a business. I don't know. No, I don't know. They get the Facebook Live with all the different stream connections and whatnot. And I'm like, never had to do that before. You just set up your StreamYard. You okayed it to be in your group, and it came to your group. I don't know what's going on now. It's weird. But, we'll get it figured out. Either that or I'll just be broadcasting in other places. What can I say? It ain't like that. Facebook's the only place, There's
True,
lots
yeah.
of places. So, we're on Twitch right now. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. But there's the more platforms that appear, the more places we get to go out and talk about you guys. So,
Yay.
Yeah, I know. There's more. Yeah, suddenly there's more settings on the Facebook side, but they don't tell you nothing about what. It's just like, because Because right now, up here on my thing, it says I'm live in the comic related madness. But if you go look in the comic related madness, so that seems like a problem that Facebook and StreamYard need to work out, not a problem that I need to figure out.
Right? Yeah. They started it.
That's just my opinion, because one of them's lying. It says right here, you are live on Facebook. So
It might be hiding the post from you too. I've noticed that, where I get a notification that there's something going on in a group, even something that I'm tagged in. I go try to find it, and it's not in there.
Yeah.
And then I come back at another time, and oh, there it is. And so it just might be hiding from you, which is weird.
Facebook is really getting jinky lately. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know Nita and Meredith flat out left the platform. They're not even broadcasting on Facebook anymore. They've gotten so much crap, I know, Doris, I know you're trying to be helpful. I just don't know anything about the stuff, and it worked so good a couple weeks ago, and then suddenly it doesn't work anymore. That's all people like me know. They don't explain anything to us about, what's going on. It's just suddenly, it don't work anymore. What did I do? And then you think it's something you did. You go on your computer and you start messing with settings, and you didn't do anything. They did something, and they didn't tell us what they did. I'm one of the people that, I refuse. I'm one of the people that defer to those who know. I'm not going to go into my computer and start hitting buttons, turning settings on and off, because then I'll come out here and I won't be on YouTube either. Something else will be screwed up, or something else will be screwed up. I'd rather have somebody who knows what they're doing tell me do this and this and this and know it's going to be right. I defer to those who know. I don't go in there and just start pushing buttons, man, because I'll just screw it up or worse. And I learned that from working on cars. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You do not have somebody mess your car up and then take it to somebody else and ask them to fix it. You have one person that knows what they're doing work on your car, period. You never let anybody else mess anything up, because the first time you do, and then you take it back to dude, he's going to be like, who did that?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, sorry, I took it to somebody else because they were cheaper or whatever. Yeah, that's what you get. Hey, Mr. Morris, what's happening?
How's it going? You
Hello.
said somebody that knows what they're doing, and oddly enough, I appear. So what's wrong with this picture? Cindy, how are you?
I'm all right. How's it going?
It's going fine. Very proud of your campaign. You're doing awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, we're in the last 3 hours. And, yeah, exactly 3 hours from now, it'll shut down.
No, it will fade. It will become a part of history, is what it will be. This will be one of those moments, like an assassination or people landing on another planet, where you know where you were when it happened. Okay, and you'll tell your grandkids about it. Yeah, I was there when Cindy closed the campaign on her very first comic book, the first comic script she's ever written in her life. Yes, I'm telling you. Huzzah!
I get to say I was there when she launched it.
Yeah.
And when she closed it.
There you go. There you go. No, I'm very proud of Cindy, in all sincerity. She's done an incredible job. She worked hard on that first script. I had a small amount to, a little bit of kvetching I did. We call it editing. She had an encounter with Dr. Toughlove and survived it. So, but no, she took all the lessons she learned and crafted an incredible story. And I'm really proud of you, Cindy. I really am. So,
thank you.
So, you're very welcome. And so everybody, we've got 3 more hours and just less than 300 to go, I believe, to hit the next level.
Yep, 67.
Yeah, and aside from all these really cool things you see on the screen here that Cindy has provided, the amigurumi, which I'm not sure I'm even pronouncing correctly.
Good job. You got it.
You know, right?
Oh, did I? Oh, cool. Oh, my gosh. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it right or I would suddenly summon Cthulhu. I wasn't sure. But anyway, no, check out the rewards, please, people. Hashtag always promote your friends. And check it out. But the neat thing is, now correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy, but what are the odds? Anyway, no, seriously. At 4,000, the book will be relettered, and you're thinking, well, wait a minute, did she get it right the first time? Yes, she did, but it will be relettered for foreign markets. Mm-hmm. What an opportunity, right? A lot of people don't think about the foreign markets. You know, I mean, it's a thing in books, which Cindy knows about because she is an incredible novelist and short story writer as well. Yeah, I'm fanboying, but anyway, please, you know, honestly, and I've supported this campaign myself, and I would really like to see Cindy hit that 4,000 mark, like immediately. So, no pressure, people. Get to your phones right now. Operators are standing by, and Wednesday is double coupon day, so.
Don't forget your stamps.
And don't forget your stamps. That's right. Buy bonds. And Pops is like, when did I lose control of this show?
Oh no! You said exactly what I was thinking. I backed this book, and I can't wait to have it in my hands.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
What more can I say? I'm trying. Look, you can't follow Brian Morris. Okay. I just want y'all to know that as an interviewer or whatever, you don't want to come on after Brian.
I don't. I
never follow me. Brian, you want to come on before Brian. Try not to make too much of a fool of yourself, and then let him take the show to the next level.
That's sweet of you. But if anybody's going to make a fool of himself, leave it to the experts here. Okay, I'm specially trained for that sort of nonsense.
And yes, thanks, Frog. That's where you can find Brian's books. Brian's got some great books.
Thank you, Frog. Appreciate it.
Cindy knows more about Brian's books than Brian does.
That I don't doubt. She promotes more than I do, which you know, and I'm kind of notorious for my constant promotion of my stuff and my friends. But Cindy comes on the morning show. Never mind. Furthermore, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Central on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Be there. But no, she does such a wonderful job. And the thing is, she does it on her break from work.
Yes.
Was like me, I would be probably camping out in the men's room.
Basically, what Frog's doing right now for us, Cindy does in the morning for everybody that watches Brian's show.
Oh, yeah. She's amazing.
Everybody. If she sees you in the chat and she knows you have a project or something, boom, there she is with your link to your show or your link to your Kickstarter, just like what Frog's doing right now in our chat. Okay.
Thank you, Frog. Thank you, Frog.
Everybody's links, you know, Cindy does it, Brian does it, I do it, Frog does it. Everybody helps each other out. That's why that's where success comes from everybody helping each other out. And I love what is going on between all these different networks right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know? Good point, Pops. Yeah, seriously, we weren't really in competition with each other. Yeah, if anything, we're helping each other succeed, which is what you know our mission is about, and it's the way everybody should be. So, but yeah, cereal bowl. Oh my gosh!
I know.
Yes, holy cats! Oh my goodness, that looks so good. People, how can you resist this stuff? So this is awesome. And her first crowdfunding campaign too. I see that there.
John Roning, how you doing?
Very first time out. I wouldn't have gotten this far except that Brian and Brian Rodman and Eric Hawkins all provided me with a lot of information on how to get there from here. And Brian Rodman pointed me toward a course called Comics Launch.
Yes.
And that has been, that was invaluable. I mean, it was a total walkthrough. It's like, first you do this, and it looks like that when you're done. And here's some examples. And just one step after step after step, and the theory behind it and why it works and all kinds of good stuff.
And were you having fun, Sidney? When in the promotion aspect of it, were you having fun?
Yeah, I do. I do have a lot of fun like creating graphics, and I didn't come up with the levels. The publisher came up with the different levels, but then I created the graphics that went with it. He gave me all the pieces, parts, and I assembled them. And then I get to go out there and talk to people about the project in general, about the story and where it came from and how it got there from here, um, and yeah, so that part's been interesting. It was a lot of doing, but it's been very interesting.
Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of people seem to think that, well, I'll just put my book on Kickstarter and I'm done. But people
Nice
don't.
theory.
Yeah, and it's like people don't realize to wage a successful campaign on Kickstarter or any crowdfunding platform. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, guy?
He's got questions. You believe that? He acts like this is a Q&A.
He is a born Q&A-er. He really is. Check out, and I quote from Saturday, featuring. Anyway, but no, no. You know, it takes a lot of work to make this work, and it can be an emotional roller coaster too. It's almost like you're putting together your creative stuff, and then you're doing this on top of it. It's it's like a whole nother job.
And this is the part I was referring to when I was asking if you were having fun, because some people take right to live promotion. They take right to coming out on these shows. They get like, yeah, and then and then some people are like, hey, I hope this is working for me. But you kind of an enigma, Cindy. You don't give away much. Are you having fun?
It's a challenge to come on and do broadcast because difficulty out loud with the words I have, and so trying to explain things out loud is harder for me than explaining it on screen or paper. But it's a skill that can be developed like any other, and I'm not afraid of learning new stuff.
No, she's not.
Well, I know that I've had fun every time I've been out here talking to you, but you do poker face me sometimes. I can't tell if you're having fun or not. I'm like, smile, Cindy. Let us know you're having a good time. And trust me, smiles sell books. They really do. If you're having a good time, the people watching are going to be having a good time. People watching having a good time, they're going to want to see what you're smiling about. And they're going to want to see your book. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
So many people don't understand how big just that smile is. Just that smile while you're talking about your project. It makes a huge difference. People think, oh, that person's having a good time. That person's happy with their project. That person's happy with the outcome, with the exposure, with the response back. That person's happy, and if that person's happy, then more people are going to want to know why. Now look, we should answer Ryan's question.
Okay.
I've answered this one 1,000 times. Defenders 10, got it sitting right here. Just talked about it the other day. Okay, it's old news. Okay, this is the first book I ever bought. First book I ever read, and
cool.
And this is not the one, obviously, but it was this book, Defenders number 10, because Thor, and I was a mythology nerd, and I didn't know that there was mythology in comics, and that caught me by surprise. And after that, I was a comic nerd. End of story. Cindy, what was your first, if ever, favorite comic?
Oh, I can't get down to the exact number, but it would have been an X-Men comic. I used to have a fairly extensive X-Men collection. And
approximate era?
80s.
Okay.
Cool. Mid 80s.
80s X-Men.
And then I went back and collected it as far back as I could find and stayed with it until they started their great divide and conquer, where one story took place across 20 different titles.
Yes.
And at that point, my high school and early college student budget couldn't handle that anymore.
Right. And that was kind of where they lost me too. I cannot buy 15 titles to get my story.
Right, yeah.
Or more. And some of it just 2 panels in the book. and they're making it like this is part of the story. You got to have it. No, it's not. It didn't have nothing to do with it. Two panels of dialogue that didn't matter. Thanks. $4.99. And that's where they lost me. That is exactly where they lost me in the big two was, taking my stories outside of my titles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah. What about you, Brian? What was your first?
Well, like Cindy, I don't remember the exact issue. I just remember it was a Superman comic book where Superman and Perry White and Lois Lane were investigating some story and wound up going to a different era of Earth's past or future, something, where the sun had turned red. So, of course, Superman doesn't have his power. And so I don't remember the story. It's been a while since I've read it. But Clark had to fake Superman being around. And so, and the thing is, he was also fighting this big space dragon, too, or whatever. Yeah, I know. I hate when that happens.
He was so super.
Yeah, but he wasn't super in this. And it's like he found out that the dragon was afraid of the color purple because reasons, and mixed his shirt and his cape in the water, and somehow the Kryptonian fabric wasn't color fast, and it created purple and scared the dragon away. So they're safe until the earthquake comes again, and they're back where they belong. And I was like 3 years old, and at that time the story made perfect sense to me. Now that I'm not 3 years old, in fact half a dozen decades past that and change, I'm like, I realized just how low my critical standards were at an early age. But that's part of the magic of comic books too, to make you buy into that stuff. So
that's great.
I should have just told you all. Well, it was it was this cave painting, and the Great Hunt had happened, and we were all celebrating it. The mastodons had gone away, so.
Well, it's hilarious, man. I think about now that book that I got, the Defenders 10. Of course, I think Brian knows that was the final book in a crossover between the Avengers and the Defenders. And if you're picking that up as your first book and realizing it's the last book of a story arc, this is back in the day before dollar bins. All you got is them spinner racks. Mm-hmm. And the books you're looking for are the ones that have been jammed in the back, and they're all smashed because they put all the new books in this month. Boom, 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 and everything gets pushed to the back. So you're running from spinner rack to spinner rack trying to find Defenders 9, 8, 7, Avengers 118, 117, 116, 115, 114. I think that's what the run is. 501 and 4 of the other.
That sounds right.
But I had to find all the previous issues of this story. And it was a mess. It took me weeks to find them all and actually be able to read the whole story. Yeah. I went to every drugstore and every supermarket and every spinner rack, everywhere, all over South Minneapolis. Everywhere. But I found them all. I got to read the whole story. It took a while, a couple of months probably to find them all, but yeah. Brian, John wants to know what kind of stories you write, dude.
Well, as loath as I am to talk about myself, John, thank you for asking. I do a lot of stuff that is pulp related. I also have some comic book stuff, the original Skyman Battles the Master of Steam. I do work for others, such as Quest for the Space Gods, and my biggest seller is, of course, Sandestein, the post-holiday Prometheus. All of this is available on Amazon. We also do some nonfiction called The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove, which is based on a real-life haunted cemetery in the southwest Chicago suburbs. This is a book that Cindy used to help write her first script, right? Am I right, Cindy?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And there's also some spooky stories in the back. And then there's also my series book, Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion. We'll be working on the sequel later this year. We also do crime fiction. This is for another company. And let's see. And also, we also do stuff for other publishers. But other than that, we don't have a thing to do. We just sit around the house all day and stare at the walls and wonder where our lives have gone. But no, so yeah, I'm fairly prolific, and that's in addition to the comic books I write and all the broadcasting I do. Which, in case you don't know about that, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. we have a show called Nevermind the Furthermore, which is creative conversation and coffee. It's an interactive conversation show. And on Tuesday nights is Clever Title Pinning. This is on 8. Give me the screen, Pops. 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights, where we talk to creatives about creativity and the business behind it. Tomorrow night, we'll at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will have Grant Lankard on. And one I don't have a sophisticated graphic for. It's Thursday nights. It's called Comic Book Spectrum, where a quartet of us talk about contemporary comics. We do reviews, talk about comics past, present, and future. But other than that, John, I don't do a whole lot with my life. It's a pretty empty existence.
Well, he forgot the most important part of mentoring brand new comic book writers.
Well, that's true. I do that, especially when they show incredible talent and patience with my unorthodox manner of teaching. So yeah, I do that, but I don't have a sophisticated graphic for that. So we got to work on that. But thank you, Pops. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, John.
Checks in mail, John. Oh, and also I have a book called Snow Ambition, the fourth in the Abraham Snow short series by Bobby Nash. It is 99 cents, available now on Amazon. Also, please look up Cindy Koepp's work. She is also a very talented author herself of prose, and you can get her stuff also on Amazon as well as bearpublications.com.
Woohoo!
And John Running is an accomplished artist himself.
I've heard the name, yes.
Also doing a comic book right now.
Cool.
And some of that art's amazing. You guys, when we pump this one out, you're going to know it. Pop's going to be going, yo, look at this. You know.
If only you'd get over this crippling shyness, Pops. You know, yeah, really.
It's crazy, isn't it? Which one's your personal favorite, John? Or Brian, which one is your personal favorite?
I think it's actually a three-way tie, I think, right now between Volcana, because I love the character of Angelique Forge, and Sandestein, because that was my first real book that was published. My first book was ebook only, and I currently don't have it in print. And then Skyman, because it went through a lot of different changes, and it took a long time, and a lot of emotion went into that book. But I'm also very happy with the way it turned out, and it's gotten me a lot of attention, which makes me happy. So it's kind of it depends on what day you ask me which one is my favorite. It's like having children. It's like, which one do you like the best? Well, this one did the laundry today, but this one set the garage on fire. He's not my favorite. So, yeah, it changes day by day, John. But thank you very much. Thank you for your question. I appreciate that.
Now I'm going to switch gears on you, Brian.
Oh, dear God.
I want you. Okay, Cindy, go back up a little bit. Scroll back up a little bit.
All right.
Please.
Say when.
I want Brian to plug your merch.
Oh.
There you go.
Born to do this stuff. Folks, you are about to read something incredible. That there's something that is missing in the entire spectrum of comics right now. They're so in the majority that something like this is a rare and precious jewel. And that's an all-ages comic. I'm not talking about a comic book that writes down to your audience. I'm talking about a comic that you can read to your children, that you will appreciate as much as younger readers do. But as if that wasn't enough, you can get it in ebook and and also in physical form. But you also can get wonderful things like an Animal Eye logo die-cut sticker. Now, Cindy, you designed that logo, did you?
Raul Cruz did, and then it's actually the logo from the front of the book, and
there we go.
He turned it black and white.
There we go. So, and Royal Cruz is an amazing, amazing artist. And when you see the art for this, you will know that this is the guy that was born to draw this. And so also you get an Animal Eye logo pet tag, which, you know, nobody else will have except you. Also, as if that were enough, you can get an Ava is a character in the book. You can get that beautiful Royal Cruz image on a mug, and also you can get that logo in 4 languages on a mug too, as well as the Black Animal Eye logo mug in English, also in French. So if you parlez-vous français, get that thing beat, if you know what I mean. And also there's dog tags in Portuguese. Oh, look at that beautiful black with the yellow lettering. That is going to be something that will caress your coffee in the morning. It will make love to your coffee and make it taste better. Now, the Nagid is another character from the book, as is Ase. You can get a growly mug or a hungry mug. Who couldn't use one of those? And is your coffee just not doing it for you anymore? Is your tea a bit lacking? Have I got a deal for you? Did you know that Animal Eye mugs make every drink a +5 to your deliciousness roll? So try it today. Also, you get the front cover in a poster form, as well as tote bags. Tote bags, people. You can carry all these cups in them. That is amazing. And also get the transformational tote bag, as well as the front cover tote bag, the Nagid Maniac Battle. Oh, and the Seal Travel mug. That stuff will keep your keep everything very consistent. Cover art tapestry, a tapestry. Yeah. The enamel bowl for your pet. Or if you haven't taught your kids how to eat with silverware yet, that's very useful. And as if that was enough, backpacks. You've got one that has the characters outlined on the back, and then you also have the transformation art, which I can tell you is absolutely gorgeous. Because part of the plot is this takes place inside a game, inside a video game, and the players become animals. And the story is told through their eyes with the various meters that tell how their health is, how their hydration is, and you can be a part of this. It's going to be a wonderful series. The first issue is fantastic, and to show you how fantastic, look at those great rewards that you can get for a very modest amount, or you can actually get them as add-ons at the end of the after you make your pledge. So you've got a lot to choose from. This only has 2 more hours now as we are approaching the deadline. So everyone, please, if you're part of the independent community, we need to have new people in all the time. It can't, we have the people who have been doing this for a long time, but we also have got to open our arms to the very talented people who show up, do the research, do the work, and they do it spectacularly. And I personally will vouch for Cindy Koepp. She is an amazing lady. Also, you can find her other work at CKOEPP.com, and you can sign up for her amazing newsletter, which I like it even better than mine. And I'm a raging egomaniac.
I like it better than mine.
I like it better than mine. What that's going to be the tagline for her all of her work now. I like it better than mine. But anyway, but please check out what Cindy is doing here. But definitely, if nothing else, get that book. We need to encourage Cindy. We need to encourage more all ages work to be put out, because like when Pops and I, all 3 of us when we were younger, there were gateway comics that got us interested. You heard about Pops and the Defenders. You heard about the X-Men from Cindy, and Superman from me. We had gateway comics.
Yep, that was me.
Yeah. That introduced us to this amazing world of graphic literature. And now Cindy's could be someone's favorite comic or their very first. And I think everyone deserves that opportunity. So please support Animal Eye. We've got 2 more hours, and we need to encourage Cindy to do more. We need to encourage more creators to do more things like this. And Cindy's on the cusp of a great new career. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does from this point on.
Thank you.
You're very
welcome. Incredible.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's why I brought him out, Cindy. I know he can do it better than I do it. Don't tell him.
Thank you, Pops.
No, Brian, I've been trying to get you to partner up with me to help me do what I do, so I can help you do what you do.
Right.
Ever since the day I met you, it's like, man, that guy does what I'm trying to do. That guy does it right. And come on, man. I let what did I say just a little while ago. I defer to those who know.
There we go. There we go. And no, that's the thing, folks. Also keep an eye on Pops, because Pops has his finger on the pulse of the creative community. And if they're on here, you know that he's vetted them. You know he knows they're good. And so please check out all the stuff. You see it crawling across your screen right now, the various bits of swag that you can get in addition to this. But the best part is getting that comic book. You'll be thrilled. Seriously, it is a great story.
And the game, come on! And
it'll be a game soon. That's right.
Yeah.
With any luck.
We're still in negotiations for that. I've just finished pulling together all the information that the designer is going to need to look at to find out whether or not it's going to be capable of turning it into 1 or 2 games. So one of them would be on a PC, so that it could follow the plot line of the actual book, and the other option is a mobile game that would have a bunch of mini quests. So it'd be based on the short stories that I've written in that universe.
Most excellent. Most excellent.
And see, games make it so that it can go farther. Because somebody's game experience, they might go, "Damn, Cindy, you don't know what happened. This is what happened." Blah blah. And Cindy be like, "Oh, that's another story." I mean, I remember way back when the Dragonlance, Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman.
Oh yeah,
the Dragonlance. They were playing a game, right?
Yeah.
And they recorded the game and they wrote down everything that happened, and they got best-selling books out of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Look at D&D. You know, if it weren't for J.R.R. Tolkien, they just, Tolkien just didn't do enough story for a whole bunch of guys up in Wisconsin. And so they thought, well, we've got some dice, let's do our own. So yeah, I dig that. And how many role-playing games have there been, tabletop role-playing games have there been over the years based on like the DC superheroes, the Marvel, I think there have been some Wildstorm characters and such, and the Americomics. Yes, I used to play games like this all the time. So I have 5.5 pounds of dice, people. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's good for upper body development. But no, I that's the thing. A great literature can inspire other people to create more stuff. In fact, I got into writing, because I learned to be a storyteller, because I didn't understand when I was a kid the idea that comics only came out like once every 30, 60, 90 days or whatever. And so I finished Spider-Man. I want more Spider-Man. I want more Fantastic Four. I want more Superman. And so I wound up making my own stories in my head. So, and that's what led to, my current occupation as an author, publisher, bon vivant, convention hound, and occasional microphone dropper. So, anyway.
Now I got to get me a mic just so I can throw it around.
I've started something. I'm sorry. Anyway, no, I'm not. Hashtag
right.
Sorry, not sorry.
Let's remember why we're here. Let's talk about your artist for a minute.
Oh, Raul, yeah. When I was almost finished with the first round of the script, we started looking for an artist. So I posted in a couple of places. I think I posted on Rising Tide and on my own page, and that got echoed in a few other spots, that we were looking for an artist for a 6-issue miniseries, so 24 pages apiece. We had 5 responses. One fellow totally misunderstood what we were looking for. He thought it was a kid's book. No, not quite. One fellow is the one who does a lot of my cover art for my novels. He's done 4 of my covers. But this was more project than he had time for with his day job. One gal backed out because of the time constraints also. One fellow was in South America, Argentina, I think. But he wasn't interested in doing all art. He just wanted to do the pencils. Which, okay, that's great, but then we would have to find somebody to do the rest of it. And then Raul also did the tryout, and his art was the best match for the story, and his page rate was agreeable. We did a little bit of negotiating on that, and it worked out well. And his artwork is great. I mean, he does a good job of interpreting the script that I send him. He doesn't always match exactly what I've written, but here, let me jump up a bit to the sample pages. Boing, boing. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
But this is Aussie. He's one of the main characters, and then Ava is off screen talking or thinking to herself that she's looking for a human to go adventuring with, and she's pretty sure he's the one, and he ends up being the one who does take her. But he gets it. Here's an example of the game overlay.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's doing the coloring too, right, Cindy?
He does all art, so he does everything
He's amazing.
from rough sketches all the way through to the lettering. He does the
amazing.
whole mess.
Wow.
And
Yeah, and he's got a good color palette there too.
oh yeah.
He really does.
I like his lettering style too.
Yeah.
That's sweet looking lettering there. That's something we discuss a lot on Comic Book Spectrum. Is that lettering is one of those arts that it calls attention to itself when it's either exceptionally good or it's exceptionally bad.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time you just don't notice it, but
Right.
Raul's is, it's one of those that captures your eye. It is warm. It has proper spacing around it inside the thing. It's beautiful stuff. It really is. And having one guy in charge of all the graphics, I think, is a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful color palette.
Yeah.
I like the way he lays out the bubbles. Everything is like it doesn't block essential art.
Right.
Look at that transformation.
That's
I like the way he like highlights something that somebody's yelling by putting a shatter on the outside of the bubble, not just making big bold letters, but making the bubble shout too.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like I like his style. It reminds me a lot of what Rich did with Incantessi, how like in there's different colors representing the evil rats and black and red lettering for when they're talking, and it's like different stuff. People today are coming up with different, better stuff. Okay. I love all the old comic books, but none of them have that kind of interaction with the fan. It's a square box if it's thought or narration. It's a round box if they're talking, and there's a little square box down in the corner if there's a credit to some other book or whatever. That's how they do it. There's very little in the lettering that reaches out and grabs you in mainstream comics, but the indie people are finding ways to make the lettering even reach out and grab you. And I like it. I like that people aren't afraid to do different stuff. You hear so much about the industry standard. Artists have no standards, man. They have no limits. They get to do whatever they want outside the box. That's why they're artists. They're creating something you ain't seen before. That's what's great about it. I love what he did. I love what that guy did just with that. Not even looking at anything else. His lettering and the way he places the bubbles and expresses with the bubbles is cool. I like it.
I like the way that he, particularly like the way that he approached the action scenes. There are a couple of fights that happen in here between maniacs and some of the main characters. And, I described all the stuff for him, but he took it in a different direction and it worked better. So what he came up with was a lot better than what I had originally described. all the key points are there. Everything that was needed to get the story across is in there. But yeah, his redesign of the artwork, based on what I had originally described for him, just is infinitely better.
See,
Like, this is an
that
example of a
page right
very
there,
short one.
That page right there. Give me the cash box. Cash box now. Look at the orange explosion around the bubble. Okay, you can tell dude's like intent with what he's saying. It's maybe not even yelling, just being essentially evil.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but the bubble, the dialogue bubble gives that to you. No matter what the words are, it's already telling you this is intense. Check this
Right.
part. I like the way you did that.
And how he differentiated between the bad guy and the kid. So the kid's also hollering, but it's a different type of explosion.
And the bird over there thinking,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. And there's also parts where, like, you see meters that have the stats of the players involved.
Mm-hmm.
That was genius. That was sheer genius.
And he
definitely lends to the idea of the game. For the people that are reading the comic, they're going to go, "Oh, this would be an awesome game," and then they're going to be like, "Oh, they're actually making a game." And then when the game comes out, they're going to be like, "Oh, I got to get this game."
And then they got to get more of the comic too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how far does the story arc extend, Cindy?
Well, the entire the novel is released, and I have a brainstorm list of about 40 short stories. 3 of those are drafted. I've written the second script, and it's actually with Raoul now. He's already sent me a draft of the cover, and he's starting on page 1. He says starting on page 1 today. He sent me some new character pictures. There are some new characters that pop up in the second one briefly for like specific quests, and so he's already sent me the art on those. So I'm going to start on the third script. I've already got all the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth scripts plotted. I just need to actually do the writing part. The second novel is in planning stages. The second novel is called For the Glory, and it is on the way. I need to get the information out to the game folks first and get the third script written before I can dive into that and start working on that.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, unfortunately, Pop's okay. Oh, damn, I can't take over. Anyway,
I had a dog alert I had to go check on. That's all.
Oh no.
So good.
Well, anyway, unfortunately, I've got to take off. But Pops, thanks for having me. Cindy, congratulations. Only $267. I am terrible at math, but I took the time to look. Anyway, please check out the Kickstarter campaign, and let's take Cindy all the way up to 4,000 tonight. All right.
Woo-hoo. Thanks for your help. I appreciate all the help you've been getting it from a basic idea and showing me how to, the resources I needed to learn how to do it, and giving me all the feedback on the script. It wouldn't have been half of this far without you.
Well, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you bringing me in, and look forward to helping you more whenever I can. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Pops.
I don't think she expected to see you, Brian. I just wanted to bring you out because I know you're good.
And she'll get even with you, Pops, if it's the last thing she does, okay? Anyway, thanks to everyone who was in the chat. Appreciate you all. Give Cindy some love. Check out Animal Eye. Also, don't forget, you can also, there are reward levels where you can actually get the original novel this is based on, so you'll have a complete set. So order everything from this page. You'll be a better person for it. So, good night, everyone. Take care.
Good night, Brian. Thanks, man.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to surprise you. I was like,
You did.
he's better at this than I am. I'm going to have him come out here and talk about Cindy's stuff.
He does it well.
He got some more experience than I do at this, and I defer to those who know. So, appreciate you, Brian. Thanks for coming out, man, really. So now you were scrolling up and scrolling down while Brian was talking and I was talking. Now I want you to go ahead and anything that you want to talk about in this campaign.
Alrighty.
It's the
I'm
end.
gonna
Let
jump.
it all out.
I'm going to jump all the way to the top here. And I don't know if this will work if I do it this way, but can I tell the video to go and will it go?
I
Okay.
think it should. I don't know if the sound is going to work.
There it goes.
What if you could see the world like an animal? What if you could soar like a bird? Detect faint smells like a dog? What if a video game allowed you to play an animal character in a unique fantasy setting? What if a comic book series put you in such a video game setting, telling the story from the point of view of animal companions to human characters? Welcome to the world of Animal Eye. This comic book series will follow the adventures of 3 animal characters, Ala the crow, Nagid the dog, and JL the bear. Many fantasy stories feature animal helpers to human characters, especially horses or dogs, but sometimes birds like falcons, or in the case of Animal Eye, a crow. Fantasy-based video games do this as well at times, with human or demi-human player characters in the role-playing video game, with animal assistants in the game available to the main characters as what are, in effect, non-player characters. The Animal Eye story world flips this dynamic on its head. In Animal Eye, the video game player characters are the animals, and the non-player characters are the humans the animals assist. Join playtesters Ken May and Jake as they become Ava the crow and Nagid the dog. In issue 1, each must find a human companion to guide them on their adventures. Ava finds Aussie, Bakari tribesman, archer, and herbalist. Baron Raphael Dorcas, who wields a sword and a flintlock pistol, teams up with Nagid. In the world of Animal Eye, demented monsters are attacking settlements, including Aussie's family. Join Ava and Aussie as they come to JL's aid in a fight against the maniacs. Join Baron Raphael and Nagid as they undergo a parallel adventure battling demented maniacs. Issue 1 lays the groundwork for a unique comic book series in 6 issues, adapted from the novel Animal Eye by Koepp. An adventure is beginning, an adventure you can join with your support, an adventure where you can become the animal.
Most excellent.
Woohoo! Yeah,
Now look, y'all, if you got kids, go check this book out. Let your kids read it. Let the kids read it. I got one for the kids, okay, for the grandkids. I'm going to read it. You know I'm going to read it. But I got it for them because I want the kids to get involved. That's one of the reasons that I keep promoting the kids' books. I back the kids' books. I get them here in the box. The kids get to read them. They come out here and they give you their little teeny shy review. I loved it when Emma come out talking about Frank's book last week. I liked it. Poof, she was gone. But she was she liked it. She just shy in front of the camera, so she didn't know what to say other than she enjoyed the book, And I'm getting the kids involved. I want the kids involved. If you guys got kids, back these children's books. We need the next generation of comic book readers and comic book artists and comic book writers and creatives. And if we don't get them involved now, why would they end up being involved later?
For real,
That's something they're going to come back to. I mean, the love of comics is something that bites us all pretty young, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
A majority of us get bitten by it young. So let it bite your kids young. It ain't always about the cell phone.
Right.
It ain't always about Netflix and Hulu and all that. And those are the battles I go through with my grandkids. Okay. There's times when, okay, you can watch Netflix right now. There's also times when I want you right here drawing. Mm-hmm. Because, we want you right here drawing. We want you involved in what we got going on. So I encourage it. And I encourage all of you, if you have munchkins, if you have grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever, get them involved in wanting to read the comics. That's how you know that there's still going to be people making comics in the future. I love
there are a
Cindy.
lot of really good ones.
I love Cindy because she's doing this. She didn't come out here and go, "Oh, I'm going to make the baddest, hardest selling, most sexy whatever comic I possibly can." Cindy come out here and made a comic for the kids. I love you, Cindy. Can I tell you? That's how it is.
I tend to write very clean stories. This was the novel was originally intended to be for adults, but it was but when I did the reading level check at the end, it came out 4th and 5th grade level, and so there is one passage, one quest where they run into a guy who overuses a thesaurus, and that one would be a bit of a struggle for a kid to get through, but the rest of it is right on level, and so there's no objectionable material in there that would be inappropriate for children. It's just it's a fun little story about critters, people playing critter characters who help their humans solve quests.
Well, one of the things is so many kids, just like these ones, get involved in the video games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you're giving them is something that feeds into all their loves. Cartoons, video games, comic books, you're feeding into all their loves all at once. You see what I'm saying? If they already love video games, they'll love this book because this book kind of has video game panels in it where it's, like you said, it shows the power bars and whatever. You know what I mean? Those things those kids are going to recognize right away because they play video games. It all fits together. It's wonderful. And I don't know why more people haven't thought of doing that in the way you're doing it, where you're actually depicting it in the book.
There is a genre called game lit. It's also called lit RPG, where the stories do take place within a game. Most of the stories, however, are not for children. They're very adult material in there, and there are some. There's actually a Facebook group that's just for children and young adult game lit, but the vast majority of it is not suitable for children. But there is a subset of the game lit genre that would be safe for kids, and so that they are out there. They're not real numerous yet, but they're available. And I'm hoping that other creators will also take the hint and go in that direction too.
I will say you're the first one that sent it my way, so I get to promote the first person I seen doing it, and that's you.
Yay!
It's great being a noob. You know, I've had so much fun the last year and a half doing this and meeting all you guys and being involved in your projects. And some of you are so accepting of me and everything that I do. And then there's people that I don't know, don't get it or feel like, I'm trying to steal their thunder by promoting their project.
How does that work?
I don't know, but I've promoted people and then had them basically not want me to promote them in the next book.
How odd.
And, I mean, it didn't really help them, but that's their call. I do my best for everybody. Everybody that wants to be part of the madness and wants me to promote their book. I'm out here and I'm down. Look at what we're doing right now. It's Monday night. It's 10:30 or something on a Monday night. I could be watching wrestling.
Yeah, I mean you've both launched and closed mine, and then you've done a lot of promotion for me in the middle of it. So I greatly appreciate all the help you've been.
I just love doing it. That's what I mean. I don't get people that don't want me to promote their stuff, or I don't get people that don't want anybody to. anytime somebody is giving you exposure, you thank them. You say thank you, like Cindy just did. You say thank you, and you go on. You know,
Mhm.
you never go, I don't want that guy promoting me, because that could end up costing you, and not because that guy might go out and say bad things about you. That guy just might not say nothing about you at all, and that's not going to help you sell books either.
Right.
You know,
Right.
be nice to the people that promote your books, and the people that promote your books will be nice to you.
For real.
I have a blast. I love doing this. You know, come on. I come out here. I like today. I started with signing up for CromCon.
Hmm.
Now, you know, I'll spend all month promoting that show, doing my weekly shows. I have a new show with Piper we're going to be doing. You know, we're just doing more and more stuff all the time. Come the end of the month, I'm going to spend Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all half of Monday in this chair doing CromCon. It's a never-ending cycle, okay? I did get to take a couple days off this week. I did. But that's it. There won't be no days off the rest of the month. You know,
Right.
I mean, so it's fun, and as long as I'm having fun, I'm gonna keep doing it. And as long as you guys are having fun, I'm gonna keep doing it. We put up the sign-up sheet for CromCon today at 2:00.
Hmm. Yeah.
There are 7 spots left.
Oh wow.
7. Okay. All during my shows all day, people have been PMing me. I want this spot. I want that spot. I've been editing the event post during the shows and just trying to keep up with it, because I don't want it to all pile up on me, and
Right.
then we have to try and figure it out. So every time somebody says, "Hey, I want to be in," then I get them a time slot and I get them locked in right away. So that's how I spent my day. I've done 3 shows and scheduled CromCon up to, you know, where we're at with 7 spots left. Now, those 7 spots ain't gonna last.
No,
So
no, they won't.
anybody that's watching, if you want one of them spots, you better get it. Because, yeah, they won't
They go
last.
fast. They go fast.
And then, and of course, we have the overflows. Okay, RJ with Critical Blast is doing the final panel on Sunday night, the 27th. So if you didn't get a spot and you know RJ, you could probably come join that panel. Indie Volt's doing the Saturday night panel. So if you're friendly with Indie Volt and you didn't get a spot, you can come out during their panel.
Hmm.
Sugar, Chris, and Simon Pothier doing the Simply Sugar and Pop show Friday night. We'll be getting, some people be getting their spot then. And then there's Monday Madness the day after, also overflow. I don't book anybody in case people didn't get to be part of CromCon or they missed their spot because they forgot or whatever. I keep that Monday open and I fill it with, you know, overflow from CromCon.
Hmm.
So it's just the fact that there's only 7 spots left with all the extra panel availability and everything that's going on now. Danny does a panel, RJ, Glenn does a panel, Indie Volt's doing a panel. You know, I got 2 people launching their books during
Cool.
CromCon this time.
Excellent.
That blows me away. People want to launch their books during CromCon. It's all growing, man. We're all having a good time. Let's just keep pushing. If you didn't go back Cindy's book, go back Cindy's book.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Yep. 2 hours left.
I wish there was somebody else I knew I could send you to go talk to right now that was alive. Frog, is there anybody else that's alive right now? I don't know. I haven't been able to really pay no attention to anything but what I've been doing all day. This has been one of the busiest days I've had since I started doing this.
Wow.
Well, I don't usually have 3 shows in one day first.
True. Yeah.
I had an unboxing this morning, and then the Glenn Worldwide show at 5:00, and then Monday Madness at 8:00. So I already had a mess with scheduling just the shows for today.
Oh, yeah.
Rom-con 2, woo!
Yahoo!
Your little zombie dudes, what do you call them again? I forgot.
Maniacs.
There you go.
We
There you
call them maniacs because they laugh hysterically when they're doing all kinds of craziness. And you know, then the book is described as being completely mirthless laughter. Um, they're actually fairly complicated. You can see a little bit of what's going on in Raoul's artwork. They are cyborgs that are decaying, and so the glowing parts are the crystals that power them. And then to actually take them out, you have to break the crystal. And so all the different groups of characters have to figure that out for themselves. Raphael and Nagid figure it out by accident in the first book.
Sweet, sweet. So Cindy, what do we got? Like an hour left?
The campaign will shut down at 11:30. That's Central, so about 2 hours to go.
2 hours to go. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and call this and give you the last 2 hours to share, to, you know, still go out and push to a few more other groups that we're not reaching. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to replay this in a dozen or so groups that I didn't get a chance to share it out to because Facebook wasn't working.
Right.
so I'm gonna, you know, we'll shut it down as soon as I do. I'm gonna share it out into a whole bunch of groups. Okay. And we'll try and get some more bang in this last couple hours, because we don't have a whole lot of people watching. I assume there's some other streams going on right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because we lost our viewership. I don't know if Bancroft show's on right now. Somebody's on right now that's drawing all the viewers. So I figure we go ahead and shut it down. We'll go and just share it out in as many places as we can over the last couple hours.
Okay. I do appreciate you. The help has been fantastic.
Always going to be here for you. You're doing the Lord's work. You help, you know, bringing the kids into it there's nothing more special than that. Period.
Jay.
You know, I love you for that. Oh, that's what it is. Fragaboom's on right now. There's 2,000 viewers watching somebody else. That's how it goes, though. That's kind of why I'm moving my time slot to earlier in the day on Monday. Peter Sameti's out here right now. Frag is out here right now. There's so many people that have huge followings that, you know, I'm really in the wrong time slot. So that's why I'm going to move earlier in the day. That's why. Those guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then by moving earlier in the day, too, you have a better chance of catching the people on the other side of the pond.
Yes.
One way or the other.
Yeah, that was the cool thing about the show earlier today. I had Mike Mead from New Zealand, and I had Glenn and Dave from the UK on the show at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So if you're reaching New Zealand tomorrow and the UK tonight, you see what I'm saying? That time slot, that 4 to 5 p.m. time slot, I like that. That expands my audience. So I'm moving to that next week, 4 p.m., Monday Madness. That's not saying we can't have after hours, but, you know, the main show I'm going to do like from 4 to 7.
Oh,
and then if we have later on stuff, we'll do later on stuff. You know,
I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean, it gives you your global audience. It's a little. I mean, even the people who are going to miss it because they were at their day job can still pick it up on the rerun, or can pick up the latter half of the show when they get off work. So it all works out.
Yeah, I was kind of happy with it when I realized that we'd be getting New Zealand tomorrow in the morning. They're having their coffee, you know, getting ready for work. They're having their coffee, and then we got, you know, the UK. It's evening. It's 9-10 o'clock there. You know, it's not quite bedtime, but everybody's chilling out. It's a good time slot. I like it.
Right, yeah.
5 o'clock in the east, you know, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You know, prime time over here. I like it. I think we can figure it out. We can make it work.
Oh yeah, it'll do.
So that's my plan. You guys, if you're still watching, thanks, Frog. I know you're still watching. Go check out Cindy's book. Back it. Share the stream, please. Share it out everywhere. She got 2 hours left. Get this thing seen, man. Let her get to 4K.
That would be fabulous.
It would be most excellent. I appreciate everybody who's been watching. Cindy, as always, appreciate you. You always get our time, anytime. All you got to ask. Oh, and there are other Trishes there. Trish. Hi, Trish. We are leaving, though. But, Trish, if you have not backed Cindy's book, please go check it out. Give it a like, give it a share. Tell the world you know how to do it, because Trish is one of our better backers of people and promoters of people. And she's got a little something going on in the works of her own. So,
Oh, cool.
It's all good. If I keep talking, I'm not going to get out of here. Cindy. Have a great evening. Let's go share this thing out everywhere and get as many people to look at it as we can before it ends.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. You have a
Thanks
great
a lot.
night. Peace.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That's how it is. Cindy, Animal Eye on Kickstarter. Go check it out. Animal Eye 1. All ages. Game lit. Where players become animals. Okay, I'm turning it off now.